Namaskar. Welcome back to part 2 of Maharashtra politics. Part 1 we discussed Bharatiya Janata Party, the mistakes they made. Part 1 we also discussed that Bharatiya Janata Party broke Shiva Sena, took Eknath Shinde with them, broke NCP, took Ajit Pawar with them. Mind you, when I say broke Shiva Sena, broke NCP, the original name and style of NCP and name and style of Shiva Sena is with Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar respectively. So they actually didn't break. They took it lock, stock and barrel, and now it is Mahayuti. We came till then. Now, today let's talk about Sharad Pawar. And let's talk about whether this Mahayuti stroke NDA or whatever you want to call it, will this Mahayuti actually stand or will it split? That's the topic today. Let's get right into the show. Okay. Now the story is that Mr. Devendra Fadnavis was very upset that Uddhav Thackeray ditched him. Like I told you in the first episode, Uddhav Thackeray did. Shiva Sena ditched BJP because, like I said, they were pre-poll alliance. He was upset and he wanted the power back at any cost. This was not just the sentiments of Devendra Fadnavis, it was the sentiments of the high command of Bharatiya Janata Party, which I am sure you are aware of who are the people concerned. And a lot of us in Maharashtra knew that there were a lot of activities going around to ensure that Shiva Sena breaks. Finally, it did happen. Finally, to a very major extent, and to what even Mr. Eknath Shinde said on the floor of the assembly, Devendra Fadnavis masterminded it and Shiva Sena was split. Now, Devendra Fadnavis was very happy because Shiva Sena was split, Eknath Shinde was bought out, and Eknath Shinde got 14 MLAs initially, 16 MLAs later on, so on and so forth. That history you know. He bought those MLAs with him, and the government, that is the Yuti government, was ready to form. Now, initially, the rumors were that Devendra Fadnavis, me punha yein, I will come back, that will happen. Everybody was very sure. But then there were talks that no, maybe Devendra Fadnavis will not come back. It is Eknath Shinde who is going to be the chief minister. A lot of us said, yes, theek hai na, because Devendra Fadnavis and Bharatiya Janata Party may want to not even get into the government, may want to support this government from outside because this is a very weak government. Secondly, one doesn't know whether how Eknath Shinde's leadership will be accepted by people of Maharashtra, whether he will turn out to be a good leader, so on and so forth. So we all thought that would be the case, and there was a press conference where Mr. Devendra Fadnavis said that, listen, you know what, we are going to be part of the government, but the chief minister will be Mr. Eknath Shinde. And there, Devendra Fadnavis clearly mentioned that he will be outside of the government. He will be seen as a kingmaker. Devendra Fadnavis compromised with the fact that, theek hai, I was not asked to be the chief minister, I was not made the chief minister, but I am the kingmaker. I will make Eknath Shinde happen and I will stay outside as a kingmaker. This was the scenario. Lo behold, that day a lot of drama happened in Maharashtra politics. In fact, that day should be seen as a red letter day because a lot of things happened. That day, a lot of people say that there were phone calls from the high command of Bharatiya Janata Party to Fadnavis asking him to become the deputy chief minister of Maharashtra, which means work under Mr. Eknath Shinde. Eknath Shinde will be your leader, he will be your chief minister and you have to work with him. This was a shock for Devendra Fadnavis. You see, end of the day, let me tell you something. In a state, And even if in center, there is nothing called as this deputy and all that. You have the chief minister. All the powers are with him. All the constitutional powers are with him. A patta won't shake. A leaf won't move till such time that the chief minister signs on it. The chief minister okays it. So it is not like, deputy chief minister and all are positions. But finally, the power is with the chief minister in a state and with the prime minister in the country. The final power rests with them. So, deputy chief minister. Now, this is definite relegation. This is demotion. 100%. It is not, it doesn't seem to be a demotion, or it was not a demotion of sorts and all that. It was demotion for a chief minister, a former chief minister who went up, and possibly the only former chief minister that I have seen who went up to the stage and said this.
महाजनादेशाचा दुसरा टप्पा संपलाय खरा, पण तिसरा टप्पा घेऊन मी पुन्हा येईन.
So this is where it stood. Now politics started. How politics started, and how it was very clear that Mr. Eknath Shinde and Mr. Devendra Fadnavis was not getting along very well, and it is not that Eknath Shinde was, subservient to Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. All that was not happening. Was very clear is one, when Mr. Eknath Shinde and his entire family went to meet the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, and took his blessings, and Prime Minister of Narendra Modi welcomed Mr. Eknath Shinde. That was the first sign. But TK, that was a chota sign. The bada sign, the big sign was when there was a advertisement. An advertisement allegedly released by Eknath Shinde, where he quoted some research and said, according to this research, Eknath Shinde is the best chief minister Maharashtra has, and the second best is Devendra Fadnavis. The best chief minister, according to him, according to that research, according to that advertising, is Eknath Shinde. Next best, Devendra Fadnavis. That was a direct hit on Devendra Fadnavis. Lo behold, a few days after that, allegedly again, Devendra Fadnavis camp released another ad which said that no. The best chief minister is Devendra Fadnavis, not Eknath Shinde. So these two ads, both front page Times of India, front page, not only Times of India, I think more than one publication in Maharashtra, more than one publication in Maharashtra released these two ads. Very clear that, boss, this strategy, this move of Devendra Fadnavis was not working for him. BJP, different story. But personally, it was not working for Devendra Fadnavis. Devendra Fadnavis had to make the next move. All of a sudden, I feel that I am telling you a story from a Hindi film script. Actually, I get that feeling, but let me continue. Devendra Fadnavis had to make a move. And the move he made, incidentally, was to break NCP. You see, you had one power center and you had Devendra Fadnavis power center. Devendra Fadnavis expected that he will be the top, he will be the kingmaker, and this power center will literally report to him like, once upon a time, Bala Saheb Thackeray used to say, the remote control of Maharashtra is with me. So he would be here and this chief minister will report to him. All that was not happening. This chief minister tried, and he was trying to be the chief minister and actually looking at Devendra Fadnavis as his deputy. So things didn't work out the way he wanted. So what happened was, the next strategy that Devendra Fadnavis thought about was getting a third power into the picture. A third power into the picture which would ensure that the power of the chief minister is further reduced. So he brought Ajit Pawar into the picture. That is how the split in NCP happened. Till there, clear? Now let's go to NCP factor. Your channel has been telling you that NCP, Nationalist Congress Party, cannot split till such time that Sharad Pawar wants it to split. It will not split till such time that Sharad Pawar wants it to split, and still such time that Sharad Pawar is running the party, has the reins in his hand, nothing can move in Nationalist Congress Party. We have been saying this. Incidentally, the split had happened. Sharad Pawar all of a sudden called for a press conference. He decided he's going to resign. Then he decided he's not going to resign. Then there were people, if you actually see the photograph, people standing on the right with Ajit Pawar are the people who are the left, and the people who stood on the left with Sharad Pawar didn't. We can get that photograph. We will put that photograph too in this video. But that is how it is. As things happened, Ajit Pawar jumped to the Mahayuti with his NCP. Mind you, after the 70,000 crore fraud and all that, we told you in the part 1. After all that, people who are seen as the most corrupt people in NCP, which is Ajit Pawar, which is Praful Patel and all of that, they jumped to the Mahayuti. But what was surprising is, you see, when they jumped to Mahayuti, a lot of people who are hardcore Sharad Pawar followers, people like Dilip Valse Patil, who used to be Sharad Pawar's secretary once upon a time, who went on to be a home minister of the state, people like Praful Patel himself, who was bought into politics by Sharad Pawar, was in politics because of Sharad Pawar, got whatever he got because of Sharad Pawar, people like them jumped into Ajit Pawar camp. Unbelievable. This was not possible. This was not possible. Somewhere down the line, we think, we told you to, a lot of other people now say that too, that this washing machine that Bharatiya Janata Party created, where the Prime Minister said 70,000 crore fraud, and then all these people joined Bharatiya Janata Party, and one by one all their cases were dismissed and all their cases were sorted and everything got cleaned. All this cleaning happened in this washing machine called Bharatiya Janata Party, which I think Sharad Pawar wanted. So Sharad Pawar took his whatever tainted ministers, tainted politicians, put it into Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine. And now what you see is people like Ram Raje Naik, Nimbalkar, some 25 odd leaders who quit NCP from Pimpri Chinchwad joining back. You are now seeing all these people lining back and coming back to Sharad Pawar. What did Sharad Pawar get? Sharad Pawar first cleansed his party in Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine, put them into the Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine, cleaned them in the Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine, got them back from the Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine, and the dirt remained inside the Bharatiya Janata Party washing machine, and Sharad Pawar is slowly but steadily getting in cleaned politician back into his party. I believe the entire group and at some point including Ajit Pawar will join back Sharad Pawar. When Lok Sabha Assembly elections were happening, your channel had told you that there were MPs from NCP, that is Ajit Pawar NCP, the original NCP is Ajit Pawar. So NCP working for Sharad Pawar, campaigning for Sharad Pawar. They were in NCP and they were campaigning for Sharad Pawar. So we had told you this during the Lok Sabha election, and even after the Lok Sabha election, we had told you this. So the fact remains that your channel tells you another prediction which you normally don't indulge into. But our prediction is most of those leaders who have gone to Ajit Pawar will be cleaned. Most of them are cleaned. Everybody will get cleaned and come back to Sharad Pawar. Who gained out of the split? Who gained out of the split? Did Sharad Pawar gain out of the split, or did BJP gain out of the split? You decide. The point number 2. You see, there was an inheritance combat in Nationalist Congress Party. There was an inheritance combat. It was not very open, but it was very, very clear. It was apparent. The inheritance combat was between Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sule. Supriya Sule, daughter of Sharad Pawar, and Ajit Pawar, the nephew of Sharad Pawar. There was an inheritance combat. Now, Ajit Pawar was always seen as one-up. Why? Because he was operating Maharashtra. He was always a deputy chief minister from time immemorial. From a long, long time, he was the deputy chief minister of Maharashtra. Regardless, whichever position he held, he was the most powerful person after Sharad Pawar in NCP in Maharashtra. That was very clear. So somewhere down the line, he was seen as a formidable opponent to Supriya Sule. After that, what happened? What happened was Ajit Pawar could just manage to win one seat in Maharashtra Lok Sabha election, whereas Sharad Pawar, under his leadership, he won 8 out of the 10 seats that he stood for. 8 seats out of the 10 seats, one of the best performance in Lok Sabha in terms of hit rate. One of the best performance in Lok Sabha. What did Sharad Pawar prove through this? He proved to his own family, including his nephew, he proved to Maharashtra and he proved to everybody that the clear leader of NCP is Sharad Chandra Pawar. And Sharad Chandra Pawar decides where NCP goes, and Sharad Chandra Pawar decides who will inherit his chair. He showed that very clearly. He showed that there is no two Pawars in this state, there is only one Pawar, who is the supremo in this state. Now, who helped Sharad Pawar to show this? Who helped Sharad Pawar to prove this? Actually, BJP helped him in a way to prove this. Now, I leave it to your decision. You decide whether the NCP split worked for Sharad Pawar more or did it work for Bharatiya Janata Party. So that's the point I wanted to make through this particular editorial. And the last point is currently what is happening in NDA apparently is that it is alleged, it is said that and one can see it too, that the relationship between Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde is not that what we saw in that assembly where they were all laughing, and that is not the relationship currently, and neither the relationship of Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde is good, nor that Ajit Pawar is absolutely very comfortable with Devendra Fadnavis. So all the three parties are not comfortable with each other. In fact, just imagine, you see, there was a minister of Mr. Eknath Shinde's cabinet, Tanaji Sawant. Tanaji Sawant says openly to the media that, listen, I feel like puking when I sit in the cabinet with NCP, Ajit Pawar and NCP. I feel like puking, he says, but I somehow manage. This is what the Mahayuti members are talking about, and they are going to face election in the next 2 months. Now, you can imagine the state of that particular party, what is happening inside that particular party, and also this entire concept, their biggest USP, that is the Mukhyamantri Maji Ladki Bahin, which is technically a Bharatiya Janata Party proposition which worked for them in Madhya Pradesh, which they are trying to replicate in Maharashtra. But then the Mukhyamantri, that is Eknath Shinde, is completely owning it. Completely owning that strategy. Whereas if you go to see, when you look at the Ajit Pawar camp is trying to own that strategy. Ajit Pawar camp is trying to own the entire so-called silent voters. And if you look at Devendra Fadnavis, he too is trying his best to ensure that the Bharatiya Janata Party, and he owns that USP. So this USP itself has become something that three factions of one government is trying to own, which is something that is quite interesting to watch. Now, this is where the Maharashtra politics stands today. This is where the Maharashtra politics stands today. There was a lot of friction between Nana Patole, who is the head of Congress, and the Shiva Senics. NCP has always been kind of tolerant and kind of waiting and watching in the Maha Vikas Agadi gang. The meeting between Shiva Sena head Uddhav Thackeray and Rahul Gandhi, I am told, went fabulously well. So things are looking quite consolidated and good there. They are together, at least for now. That is what the thing is. One doesn't see much of a problem in terms of the seat distribution there. That is what one believes. But one has to wait and watch. This is politics, like I said. And to be very honest, the Maji Ladki Bahin is working for the Mahayuti, and if they actually promote it and project it well, it will work for Mahayuti. And they say that the election got postponed, which would normally happen in October, got postponed till they say would go up to December, is because this scheme can be established, people gets money, therefore the government may get the benefit out of that. All this is being said. So this is where the political situation stands. As of now, it looks very, very good for Mahavikas Aghadi. But like I said, this particular freebie, this particular Maji Ladki Bahin, where they are giving around 1,500 rupees to women, they claim that they are going to give it to around 1.5 crore women and some gas cylinders free and all of that. So this scheme is catching on. Let's see what happens. Let's see, wait till October and see what happens. Then we will come to know December how it is going to look as things close up. But as of now, this is the state in which Maharashtra politics is. And as of now, let me tell you, it looks very, very good for Mahavikas Aghadi. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.